Okay, so there is a formula for simple interest, and I'm going to write it up here. Simple interest can be found by multiplying P times R times T. P would be the principal amount or the original amount. R would be the rate, and it's usually a percent. T would be the time, and we calculate the time in years. So the interest, that's what I stands for, can be calculated by principal or the original amount. This is in dollars. The rate, which is a percent, and the time, which is in years. Okay? And we're going to end up with the interest, which is usually a dollar amount. Okay? Always a dollar amount. Okay, so the first question that I want to do is question number 2. I'm coming from 1-3B, your homework practice. And yeah, we'll start off with question number 2. Question number 2 says $750 at 6.5% for 3 years. So $750, 6.5% for 3 years. I want to write the formula up here. I'm going to erase this. I'm just writing it up here so that you can see it while I'm working it out. P times R times T. Most of the time they don't put the times in there, it just says PRT, but it means the same thing. So if we're trying to find out how much the interest is, the principal amount is what they started with, $750. The rate is 6.5%, and you must put the percent key in your calculator. So you're going to press 750 times 6.5, hit the percent key, hit times again, and 3 for 3 years. And let's see what we get. I probably should have done this with a calculator similar to yours because I'm making this a lot harder for myself, but just bear with me. 750 times 6.5% times 3. $146.25. Okay, $146.25. That's just how much the interest is that they're adding on top of the 750. That's what they asked us for, the interest. Let's try number 4. Number 4 says $2,050 at 7.65% for 36 months. Now remember, the time has to be in years. So 36 months is how many years? There's 12 months in a year, so 36 months would be 12 times 3, 3 years. And let me write this down so you don't get confused. 36 months came out to be 3 years. Okay, so if we want to find out the interest, all we have to do, the principal was $2,050 times the rate, which is 7.65%, times the time, which is 3. So when I do it, I get 2,050. I want you to try this in your own calculator. While I'm doing it, you do it right now in your calculator. See if you get the same thing. Times 7.65%. Oh boy. My. Times 3. And I think I made a mistake because my calculator I have to go through so much more than you do. 2050 times 7.65% times, oh, that's where I guess I made the problem. Hold on. One more time. 2050. Well, you definitely should have the answer by now as long as you're waiting for me to do this. 765 times 3. 470. Oh, good. We get 470.475. But guess what? We're talking about money. Money does not usually have 3 numbers after the decimal point. It usually stops at 2. So the next number is a 5, which means we're rounding up to 470 and 48 cents. Okay, $470.48 is going to be your answer. Okay, let's go on to number 6. And number 6 says $4,010. $4,010 at 5.2% for 4 years. And they want you to find the total amount now. So the directions have changed. We're not just looking for the interest, we're looking for the total amount. Looking for the total amount. Okay, so first of all, let's find the interest. The interest equals the principal, 4,010, times the rate, 5.2%, times 4, the number of years. And when we do that, we get, let's see, 4,010 times 5.2% times 4. $834.08. $834.08. Now, that's just the interest. That's just the interest. The interest has to be added onto the original amount. That's how you find the total. So let me write this in a different color so that it sticks out. $4,010 plus $834.08 gives you what? 4,010. I'll probably write that over because I don't like the way it looks all bunched up over there. 4,010 plus $834.08. Let's rewrite it down here. This is the total. $4,010 plus $834.08 equals $4,844.08. That's your total cost, $4,804.08. So for the total cost, you have to add the original amount plus whatever the interest came out to be. Okay, let's do number 7. I think I'm going to need some space, so. Okay, number 7 says $16,000 at 3.25% for 42 months. So $16,000, 3.25%, and 42 months. Okay, so let's fix these up a little bit. The 16,000 is fine. 3 1/4 is 3.25, right? A quarter is 25 cents. That's a good way to remember it. And 42 months, how many years is that? Well, easiest way to do it, there's 12 months in a year, so 42 divided by 12, 3.5. That's how many years. And we always need it in years. Important. Months will not do. Have to have years. So the interest comes out to be 16,000 times 3.25% times 3.5. Let's see what we get. 16,000 times 3.25 times 3.5, 182,000. That's wrong. Sorry. My calculator. I can't blame it on the calculator. He just does what I tell him. Fortunately, I have too many things I'm trying to tell him at once. Okay, that's more like it. 1,820. That's the interest payment, but they want the total amount. So to find the total cost, let's go to a different color. The total will be the original amount, 16,000, plus the interest, 1,820. And that gives us $17,820. Final answer.